These screens are normally cut out from these videos, so I don't even know if that's going to be in this one. Rocket upper. Theoretically, you can react to that kind of a short swing blow and parry it, but it's not easy in the moment. Nice and early. Double back fierce in the... He wants the corner like that. Normally back fierce into down back fierce does a little bit more damage. But double back fierce gets you the side swap. But he was in a position where he wasn't even that close to the corner either way. That did not combo. So hard getting that to combo. Ew. That's Necro's frame 1 airborne attack, but it's not very good. The thing about Aura Stomp is that, in addition to... Oh, okay. It's a pretty good attack to just do. It often works in neutral, even if you're not hit out of it. Probably one of the most unexplored things about Aura is using Stomp in neutral. It feels like a liability when you're an Aura player, but against even good players it often works. That was a punish? Jesus. Looked good. Ducking super to punish half circle forward kick. Don't think that was a punish. Might have been. Jump medium punch. I love that normal. Hi. It's a human hour. I mean, it's kind of a human hour. Over here, it's not quite 7 a.m., which is a pretty unusual time to start streaming. Got the link. Wake up electricity just worked. Oh. Dudley's damage output is quite high. Close medium kick, far medium kick. That's a very silly looking combo, but it's often not bad. Yang has better things he can do at most ranges. I think that the close medium kick into the rolling up kick always works. I could be wrong. But maybe the knockdown there is not always ideal compared to, say, just far medium kick. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. Ease of use, reactability. You have to do the rolling kick like the first frame you can. It's droppable, and you have to react quickly. Medium kick is pretty free and riskless. Maybe that's why. Oh man, Dudley. I think you got it. That's one of Dudley's most potent links. A lot of Dudley players don't really use it that much, though. Oh, the jump in punish. That's kind of hard to get. Well, it's not hard to do. You just have to have labbed it in advance. It's very easy to just hit Yang as he lands. Getting a jump in punish requires you to kind of do something to jump from a specific moment and do it while you're off screen and get to the spot where you're jumping that you would land on Yang while you're off screen. It's not crazy difficult. It's just, you know, you just need to have labbed it. There's some leniency. Hugo's worst matchup? Yeah, I'm sure that was going to be strung into a machine gun blow too. The thing about that is the machine gun blow cancel is very easy for Dudley to do, and it's not like Hugo wins if he parries it. And even if he gets a clap punish on a parried machine gun blow. It's quite scary to walk up to Hugo and parry, which is what Dudley just did. He didn't get punished that hard for it, but going for parries against Hugo actually feels quite risky. He's got certain attacks neat, where you can parry it on reaction. Or there's not too much danger to OSing a parry. But then he's got other attacks that really beat you up for trying to go for aggressive parries. Even just eating a medium punch when you parry low or a low medium kick when you parry high is not ideal. But if you get scooped, that's even worse. His running bear grab is not exactly fast, but it can definitely catch you when you're trying to parry. His SPD as well, of course. Not a great punish. You get something better if you red parry, but the red parry is kind of scary. Since Dudley gets his normal combos. Oh, the back throw. You love to see it. Necro's special back throw is so cool. Got the punish. That's nasty. That just works. He was pretty far out that time. I think Dudley can do that versus Aura's hit grab as well. And kind of funny, there's certain ranges where the hit grab can only be punished by that, and Dudley just doesn't get a punish otherwise. Not that hit grab is an amazing thing to go for in neutral. It does have some use though. Hello. Is the game volume super quiet? It looks like it is. Should I pump it up a bit? Do you guys want to hear Necro's weird noises? How about that? Is that better? Good position for Necro. That's pretty hard to punish. Yeah. Dudley probably could have done raw super. I don't know that though. This won't kill. It's close though. Ooh, it killed. I'm sorry. My bad. On the final hit. Nasty. You know, SA1 is a little stronger than SA3. Oh, it hit behind him. Dudley's so stupid. I mean, obviously Yang could have done low medium kick. That's a nasty hitbox though. Medium kick. Oof. That hurts a lot. Did it hit? Or was it blocked? It hit. He just missed his red. He went for red at the ideal time. Blocked the first hit, red the second. He just fucked it up. It's not free. It's not crazy hard, but it's not free. I think a lot of other punish would have just killed Dudley there. Oh shit. He could have done low medium kick on the corkscrew blow, couldn't he? And then he extra echoes. I don't know. Corkscrew blow should be a lot more minus than it is, honestly. But Yang took a very timid punish. It's possible low medium kick doesn't work. Yang's low medium kick is kind of fast though. I would think it would be fast enough. That was towards fierce. What the fuck? Hugo, don't do that. Don't do that normal. Okay, it's a start. Oh, low short just got stuffed. Empty jump low. Excuse me. Brutal. It was a punish. Down fierce anti-air. Sometimes it works. What a punish! That was very enlightened. What a professional little move there. To get the walk-in punish after the parry. It takes guts to do that. Now granted, if you low parry there, there's basically only one thing you could have low parried, and that's Hugo's low medium kick. So you know exactly how much time you have. This is over. Yeah. True. Okay. Good old high parry. Wake up. And then mash your punish combo. That Izzy bar is a huge threat. That was nice. Oh, I think he got him. Yes! Should have killed him with the tongue. What he did built more meter. wouldn't killing him with the tongue have been fire. Give him the old lickaroo, as they say on Reddit. Very favorable trades for Necro this whole round. Parry into weight is so enlightened. This is Dizzy. I thought it was Dizzy. I'm sorry, guys. I've been fucking up today. He got hit out of a... What's that? Fang? Flying Viper. That was nice. That was a really good play. Necro chasing down the Dizzy. Like, Necro does a lot of Dizzy output, but actually chasing down the Dizzy is a little tricky. Like, Necro is a rushdown character, or rather he can be played that way. Oh, wake up jab. Nice. Rarely do you see that combo. But his mix-up isn't actually that good unless he's right next to you. I guess that's true for the entire roster. Wake up, stand back short. Back run house anti-air just sucked. It often sucks. It has a big hurt box. Good damage, good frame advantage, all that stuff, but you know. Hitbox can be shaky. Wow, far fierce. No, went for the red parry. And got hit. Light spinning hook is... Ooh, nice. Light spinning hook. Oh, he's going for the double! He went for the double! This should kill. What the fuck is this? In what universe... That got all the hits. In what universe do you do heavy spinning hook and not do, like, back medium punch or back medium kick? He did heavy into, like, medium. Or whatever it was, heavy into light. Where's your normal, bro? He still won, though. Don't tell me it doesn't work on Yang, I don't believe it. A lot of stuff doesn't work on Yang, but I don't believe that. It doesn't work. Bull honky. Necro's matchup where he zones. Ooh, it was such a nice low parry, but Hugo couldn't even do anything. It's funny because Diamond House is not actually used by Necro that much in a lot of other matchups, but in this one it's probably pretty good. Counter poking with a medium punch, I think, is one of the really easy tells that someone's a really good Hugo player. It's not like counter poking with that normal is free, so it requires a lot of technique. Ooh, great time to sneak that in. There's like 5 specific Hugo normals where how that person uses them kind of shows off how good of a player they are. Nice, that's gonna kill. Oof. That hurts a lot. Look at that Izzy bar. Who's, Necros? Yeah. Oh, funny little confirm. Was that a failed drill? Or a fake out? Oh, that's hard to do. I believe that you can always do clap into, SA3. But the further out the opponent is, the more running it requires. Like, it might not always work as a counter poke, but that was in range. And the more running you have to do, the more precise it becomes. He dropped it. Yeah, look at that. The medium punch. Dizzy bar is not actually that big of a deal. I've recently discovered towards medium punch in the Hugo Oro matchup. It whiff punishes both clap and stay medium punch when done from too far away. And Hugo players will just throw these normals out versus Oro without a care in the world. And it's so funny that Oro actually does have a good counter poke against both of them. It's like within the first few seconds of the first round, my opponent is suddenly like, wait a second. I can be counter poked? Like every aura they've ever fought until then has never counterpoked them in their life. And so they're just conditioned to stick out these fat normals. Grand Tatsu, this is the matchup where it's good. It's kind of good. I'm not even going to say it's amazing. Empty jump, stay medium punch. These feel a little risky. Whatever Hugo red parried, that was nice. A little corpse dash. Corpse dashing is one of my favorite little quiet mechanics of Third Strike. Aura can do it through a lot of characters, so it's very good for me. Aura has a very good dash. Generally speaking, Aura has probably the best mobility in the game. I can't think of a character with better mobility than him. He's like the Rashid. That was a good block by the Hugo because I didn't think that would cross up. He might have done down heavy punch one parry too early. Nice. I don't think so. I think he just fucked it up. If I was this Hugo, I would have gone for some red parries on these medium Tatsus. Like, what's going to happen? You fuck it up and you eat one hit of Tatsu? It'll be alright. You have a lot of time to react. Like, late spinning hook, it can be kind of hard to react by the second hit. But medium Tatsu, that gives you 3 whole hits. Nice. You get a juggle here, too. Beautiful. Look at all that dizzy. The jump away. Oh, yeah, 12 actually has very similar levels of mobility to Oro. I think his hurt boxes are also very nice when he's moving. Either from the dive or the low profile walk or stuff like that. I guess 12 probably has the best mobility in the game. That's true. Yeah, that's a punish. The parries into blocking was crazy. Beautiful play by this Ken. This too late. He red parried the last hit and got hit. I don't know if Ken needed the red parry there. If he did reversal Shippu after blocking the whole thing, I think the first hit would have whiffed, but the second hit might have still picked up the punish. I'm not sure. That's a real thing that you do in some matchups. Ken can do Shippu where the second hit is the whiff punish. Double. Yup. He got it. That doesn't need the Kara on Necro after particular starters. Yes. I've never tried to parry it high, but low parries work on it. I believe it to be a real low, but I don't remember. I always just block it anyway. Light Hadoken. Not even heavy. Ken's normal non-EX Hadoken generally is much more risky than it is rewarding, which is why most Ken players never touch it. Even good Hadokens are not good in this game. The only character who really does a lot of fireball spam is Remy. Although Oro and Akuma have some decent fireball pressure. And when I say decent, I mean not useless. Urian, perhaps. Obviously, the Shoto EX fireball is decent. It does a lot of things that Shotos can't otherwise do, such as get a knockdown from afar, low medium kick without super. It's also safe. He jumped in the way of it and got hit in both hits. There you go. Using the fireball as a poke versus Chun-Li. Pretty funny concept. What's the worst thing that happens? She Neko punches you? Doesn't sound too bad. Oh, there you go. There's a grounded Hodoken. Little happy little Nani X. Medium DP just got its first hit only. Oh my god, that was the worst media ever, but Ken was playing 5D chess and ate it. It's astonishing how bad medium and heavy uppercut are for Ken compared to the light one. The light one is just better on every metric. I believe it's also true for ST actually. I think for Ken in that game, the light DP ends up being way better than the other two. Looks good. Wake up back medium kick. Built different. This Necro likes that. He likes the wake up button. Dizzy? Yep. Okay. You get a juggle there too, I think. What do you do against a lot of characters? Versus Yang, it's a bit tough for me to say. Nice counter poke. The parry was good and the punish was good. Oh, look how much damage he just got and how much dizzy in like 2 seconds. Nasty. Hugo's nasty. Oh, the dizzy. He had to spin that super. He could have done low medium kick. Yeah, low medium kick was probably the play realistically. Oh, the back throw. Think. No super. Universal overhead. Getting hit out of that could be worse. What do we could have poked there? Weird neutral in this round. Well played by the Necro. Hugo never had his moment. He could have supered right away after that parry, actually, I think. This is nice, though. This is really good for Hugo. Punishing running bear is harder than you would think. It's not as easy as hold up, and then he just whiffs directly under you, and then you come down with a jumping combo. Like it is in Street Fighter 4 or 5 or 6. Whoa, he really brought this back. Hugo ate a lot of hits in a pretty short succession. Scary. Okay. If I was Necro, I wouldn't commit this shit. I like what he's doing right now. He's just wiggling. That's my true. Never mind. I was optimistic of me. I was gonna say that might trade. Ibuki. Is that SA2 Hugo? I think it is. It's hard to tell though. The bar looks bigger than his SA3. That was a wake up shoot down backbreaker. Nice low parry. Oh, unfortunate. Ibuki sucks. Stand jab is plus like 7 on block or something. Very silly normal for characters who can't duck it, and you better believe Hugo cannot duck it. The thing is, the only real counterplay is to parry it. But if Ibuki can like read your parry, she can jab just enough to get you thinking about parry, and then just walk in and throw you. Hi. You got her. This won't kill, will it? No way. Oh, it was pretty close though. Oh, she's dead. She's cooked. SA2 countered. Beautiful. SA2 a good sleeper. It's definitely you don't see it very often. So you would probably instinctively say that Hugo's SA2 is really bad because a lot of supers that people never pick are really bad. But Hugo's SA2 really isn't bad at all. His other two are better. He doesn't have as many starters into SA2. Just ultra throw or like EX clap in the corner or something like that. Anti-air clap and react. Oof. Ken's EX Tatsu and especially EX, or rather Ken's Air Tatsu and EX Air Tatsu are absolutely fiendish in this matchup. Nice punish. Look at that. He can just hit you on the front or cross you up. That looked like a low parry by the Hugo. Oof. Really feels like it's Ken setting the pace. What was that? Oh my god, that hit a shoot down backbreaker. Oh my god. It's so hard to predict how the Tatsus are gonna move. That was brutal. God, crouching hit far roundhouse did so much on Ying so far. Ugh. Imagine getting a close normal and canceling to Shoryuken and it's still too far away. Ken moment. Yeah, he like can't get a punish more often than he can get a punish. Stupid. Okay. It's not gonna kill. It's close. Nice. The early land backdash. I do that too. Or backdash is really good. Probably the best in the game. It's got a very short duration and decent movement too. Nice. Ken didn't get the confirm on the two low shorts. That's a really hard motion to do that fast. So you have to kind of be ready for it. He got it like defensively. When normally you're going to be getting it offensively where you're ready to turn out that super motion. Ugh, Ken. Nice. When you do that kind of jump over, timeout. There's basically two things you have to anticipate. I still went back too far. I mean, not far enough. When you like try and jump out of the corner like this, there's either the opponent tries to hit you on your way down because your cross up, if your character even has a cross up, your cross up probably won't do a very good job of hitting them when you're jumping from this close. So you've got to either be thinking about an air parry when the opponent's trying to hit you on the way down, or if the opponent doesn't react to your jump or like isn't ready to do anything, they'll probably just try and grab you as you land. So the absolute safest thing to do is OS an air parry on your way down and then throw as soon as you land. But if you OS an air parry and you get the parry, then throw ends up being bad because you just get an air light normal. And you can't react to the parry because you're forced to commit to the throw sooner. Um, but what Ken does here is a very enlightened third option that you normally don't have to anticipate, which is making the opponent land into a low because realistically they're either going to be OSing a high parry in that or throwing as they land. So that's what just happened there. The two main things that the opponent will be thinking about in that context, and it's not just a Necro thing, it's everyone. Uh, a meaty landing low ends up beating. It's very rare. It is a real thing, but it is very rare that someone will try an empty jump and then low parry on landing in that context. Look at them poke. So the punish looks like. Yeah, it was a smart call. A really big part of third strike is your ability to make those. Like, it's easy to be on like layer 4 of your mix-up, but it's hard to be on layer 4 of your mix-up in a split decision scenario. Like Ken wasn't necessarily anticipating that jump. He might have been, but his gut instinct there was layer 4. Is really the crazy part. It is a very scramble heavy game, yeah. There's a lot of different ways the scrambles can go. Oh, super would have killed him. Double DP would have killed him, obviously. Why back medium kick? What did he want? Parry into back medium kick is super weird. Was he trying to just walk in and get back medium kick? And he got a parry? He buffered it that fast. Medium DP! A super cancel was probably what he wanted, since it was confirmed there. Low medium kick into medium DP confirms super. Weird to say, but it does. Light almost dunk combo to Yang's Rekka, so it's kind of funny when people do that sequence. He went for the TC and it whiffed. I don't think this can kill. No, I can kill. I had to think about it. That's not enough. That should have all comboed. Yep. Comboing after dive kick is kind of precise in this game. That was sad. He got close medium kick and he went for the far short at the right time. Oh. But the recoil animation caused the far short to whiff. This is still a game for anyone. Oh, oh, oh. Now it's a game for Yang. He was one EX Rekka away from Dizzy. Yang could have command grabbed there. And he could have gone for low forward. And he did go for low forward. But both would have led to a stun. Yeah, I've eaten that. Yang's throw really whiffed there. Twins have the second smallest throw range in the game, but it's still surprising. They were right next to each other. Oh, nice. Nice. He went for red parry and dropped it. That was a confirm he didn't have super. That dizzy bar is a big issue. There it was. You see it? Beautiful. He dizzied with the EX Rekka and deliberately chose to stop Rekkaing so he could do regular Rekka. Optimal meter build, baby. EX Rekka doesn't build any meter. Regular Rekka does. Whoa, the DC hit from super high up. That looked really strange. Oh, I hit Necro before he landed. Drill is remarkably hard to punish. That universal overhead hit pretty deep. Ugh. Whoa, it ended. Whiff punished, baby. Nice deep DP. Nice. Oh, he fucked it up. Look at the trade. The hit sparks are different colors for P1 and P2. Fun facts about this game. Low short, low jab. That's a super confirm. He didn't get it though, because it was defensive. Crouch jab for the tick. Almost always Ken's do low short for the tick. Nice. I never really thought about it, but Shoto ticks are a little bit awkward. Nice. Regular Hadoken. And he jump low, medium kick. He's a bit whack. Excuse me. It's weird to be up this early. I straight up lost today. I stayed up super late after work and then slept for a super long time. So I had a day off, but it ends up not even being a day off. There's only one sleep between my, well, when I got home and the day I get home and then the day I go to work again. Oof. Looks good. Oh, why could Ken block in time? That looks good. Necro was notably standing there, but the meaty was timed such that it actually was a combo even though he was standing. Oh, tricky. It's very sneaky which side Ken's going to land on after that. It's a setup Kens are in all the time, so they get a lot of practice on it. Parry into weight. There's a lot of pressure on you after a parry to like use it as a punish opportunity. But not all parries turn to punishes, and sometimes waiting after a parry can give you an opportunity you didn't expect to have. For example, you parry something and then the opponent super cancels, and then you can block it because you didn't commit. I love at the start of the round, Necro standing upright. Timeout, look at him. This is how tall Necro actually is. He would be quite a bit taller than Ken. The character where every now and then I remind people how tall he is Honda. That one's really funny. Because Honda usually like 1 or 2 times per game has an animation where he stands upright. And he is actually super duper tall, but you can just never tell. Because his idol squats so much. I forget how tall Honda actually is. He's like 6.5 feet or something. 6'10". I don't remember. He's not as tall as Geef, but he's not too far. What? I remember watching Faust footage back in the day from Guilty Gear, and I saw his respect animation for the first time, or whatever you call that, and he stands upright for it. And it's like, holy, bro's tall. Wow. Who needs to compare him? Ken wasn't even mashing there, was he? Hold on, let me see him again. I think there might have been a smidge of mashing. Obligatory loose mashing. It would have been difficult to shake out of that. He didn't have much time. Nice. Wake up super occasionally works for Yang. What was that? What is that? Were those both anti-air parries and Ken just hit him with the empty jump low? That's what it looked like. He got hit exactly the same way twice in a row, and it looked really whack both times. Do Guilty Gear games still have respects? Are they called respects? What are they called? It's like a taunt but inverted. Only in Guilty Gear do you have a damn that was cool button. A yo good shit button. Very high connect there. Necro's back heavy punch is pretty damn tall. Speaking of someone who likes to jump over Necro's head. Not actually that much damage on an electricity anti-air that you don't juggle from. Ugh. No whiff punish. It was whiff punishable for sure. Oof, it all just sequenced together perfectly. Nice, autocorrect. That is not easy. That was no mashing. Ken gets the chicks. That was whiff punishable too. Challenge the Kens who whiffed Staminos in your face. You don't have to respect that. Nice combo. Ying's jump in TC looks very satisfying when it hits like that. Jump light kick, I think. Oh, barely missed out on the stun. The cat. 3 wins. Nasty watching a Yang player do 2 Rekkas on block and then just mash parries. OS parries. Oh, I'm minus. Let me steal my turn back. What is it? Oh, it's Homer coming out of the bush. I believe in the original he went into the bush. That Rekka series is quite satisfying in this game. Easy to do, hard to stop. That's what you want out of Rekkas. Hi. There we go. That's a whiff punish. EX Rekka is probably Yang's easiest whiff punish there, but let medium kick can work. Or maybe Far Fierce or something, I don't know. Kid's being a bit reckless with that far roundhouse. I don't recommend grab builds any meter. Even if it does, following up, you're forced to follow up with a normal, I think. Oh, that was aggressive. That's really aggressive. Well, that's good. That's a good punish. Oh, that's mid-air connect only. Oh, we just saw something fancy. That's beautiful. You guys see that? Let's watch it again. That's nice. That's like an SF4 combo. They don't do that in SF3. They do that in this exact context. Damn, that was cool. Absolutely brutal round by that Yang. Ugh. Ken's damage output is really doing some work. He's taking some really big risks. Oh, that's stun. Nice comeback. That was very greedy for Ken to press like that. He was just like, if I hit this, I win. I'm like that too. Medium DP because he couldn't get 2 lights there. 2 lights is pretty hard on twins anyway. The thing is, even if Yang got that parry, it was still a mountain. Yang's burst damage is suspect unless he can get a dizzy. His mix-up is really good, though. That hit on the ground. Wake up, close medium punch. No respect. That fell out. Sleepy. I just slept for 11 hours and I'm sleepy. Yes, the cat. It's been there for 3 rounds in a row now. 3 matches. Nice. He stops the Rekkas because he got the dizzy, and then lands fierce. Wow. Nice whip punish. Six two three day. Holy shit! It's Shoryuken day. That's crazy. The actual date, right? The second is 623. I mean, Yang's on the screen too. He's got a 63 motion. We just saw it. He just did one. Damn, that was aggressive. This Ken player's aggressive. My willingness to do stuff like that in and of itself ends up being powerful, though. It's Yang's playing it safe, though. Making stuff like that very low success rate. I don't do stuff like that in this game for the most part, but I do stuff like that in like SF4. Nice. Flying Viper got hit on its first frame, and he got air reset, and then he got opened up anyway. Just input a Flying Viper every frame. That way you can never ever get comboed on the ground. Damn. One day I'll use the desktop mic that I never ever use, instead of a shitty headset. I believed for a sec that that would work. I trusted this Necro that he wouldn't do that unless it was good. That was a punish? I think so. I think that neutral jump hard punch just whiff punished that Ken stained fireman house. Wake up, low medium kick. Nice. That's a funny looking combo. Not a punish. They both parried. That was sneaky cross up. No, no, no. Yang players drop easy combos. Because they don't have any hard combos to drop. Nice. That extra grab from kind of far out. Maybe as a car throw. He really went for 3 throws in a row. I remember hitting someone with that back in the SF5 days, and it made me laugh. I like walked out and then walked in, but not quite all the way into throw range, and I watched someone with 3 throws in a row. Neutral skips are only in modern fighting games. I can think of way more instances where neutral skips were taken out in modern fighting games than the inverse. One of the main complaints that the common man has with Street Fighter 3 is that forward jump having air parry is in and of itself a neutral skip. I don't agree with that, but I understand it. No, I don't want to watch this video. I guess button into drive rush into block to normals is a very, very picture perfect neutral skip. Like, it doesn't get much more straightforward than that. The opponent is next to you in their plus, and all they did was spend resources to do it. I would say drive rush probably qualifies as a neutral skip. You might also say that drive rush is neutral. Doing the 1-bar drive rush is, objectively speaking, neutral. Doing the aluminum kick into the 3 bars drive rush, if the opponent never has an opportunity to block, I don't know if I can truly call it neutral per se. Or rather, if they never have the opportunity not to block. It would say true block string. I was watching some SF5 footage recently, and it reminded me that SF5 basically took all ways of, like, mixing up your opponent that weren't frame traps and removed them. It's a bit of exaggeration, but not a crazy exaggeration. Insane how frame trap focused that game was. Nice round. Yang's on a 12-win streak. Can Necro find some stuff? Okay, stop yelling. Low short into back heavy punch is a very common sequence from Necro players. We just saw it, but it was successfully interrupted. Nice. He just dashed in to whiff punish a low medium kick. Using dash to whiff punish low medium kick is absolutely crazy. That was probably like frame perfect. Brutal. Sometimes Ken just owns you. The post KO jump. It's funny looking. If he was real, it would have been a super jump. I'm sleepy. I opened all these videos, but I don't know how many I'll actually watch. EX did not kill there. EX did kill there. Close medium kick, or I mean close medium punch or leg kick. EX Rika. Yang didn't get it. Didn't see it, maybe. Who knows? Maybe the recoil would have pushed Ken out. That was meaty parry by the Ken player. Ugh. TC hit number 3 fell out and he got whiff punished for it. That's sad. Yang's supposed to have the big palm. They should have changed his TC to be huge. Instead, it's probably identical to Yun's. He went for the red. Red into Shipu? I don't know. I don't claim to understand Ken players. I'm sure that would have worked. Oh, that's nasty. Low parry DV. Hitting the extended limb while it's still inside him. Ryu does that a lot. Not with DP, although he can't do it with DP. He does it with his heavy punches. Crouch heavy punch. Ryu's crouch heavy punch is fast enough that he can parry something and then hit crouch heavy punch while the limb's inside him. Dizzy. I don't think he can kill here though. Even with the X. Lip parry into jab. Nice, that was a whiff punish. Normally jump kick like that will actually beat shoot down backbreaker. But it whiffed fully. It feels like what Ken has to do here is a lot easier than what Hugo has to do. Unfortunately, that's often the nature of the beast in top tier, bottom tier matchups. No one comment on whether Hugo's a bottom tier or not. I already know. I'm the only person on earth who knows. Nice. You should jump medium kick. Looking pretty good. That's quite interesting. I think Necro's half circle forward kick cannot hit an opponent holding up forward. Pre-jump frames also make you immune to that. Pretty sure. That's how it works with Rida, though. Anyway. Nice. And the juggle. Looks good. That's a funny smear frame on Necro during that freeze. Ken had no meteor and got like 5 super confirms in a row. 5 is a bit much. It wasn't 5. Whiff punished. Whoa, he made it over. Necro was too late. Ugh. I knew we could have juggled into something else. It's pretty high connect. The step kick. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Jump away heavy punch. Trying to anticipate Ken jumping forward. Yeah. He did it successfully that time. Ah, that was beautiful. Down heavy punch anti-air. Oh, oh, oh. If you stay crouching during a Ken Tatsu, it makes it a lot harder for him to hit you, but Hugo's so tall that that's not a huge factor. But it did happen there, where he crouched under an air Tatsu. So short, it's actually very hard for Ken to hit him on the ground with the air Tatsu. Crouching even more so. EV cards, that's a funny question. Flareon looks fun. Looks like a funny card. Let me think. Umbreon had the one where you can't... It had some restriction. What was it? It wasn't tied to evolving. I don't think it was tied to item use. It wasn't tied to healing. It wasn't tied to energy. What was it? Oh, basics can't attack? Was that it? Tied to attacking? Yeah, that's crazy. That one looks really good. The Umbreon one is going to be really funny. Run it alongside a Alolan Raichu. So something in the back sets up to attack, and then Raichu revenge kills that. Sylveon looks fine. being able to draw out your deck is objectively very useful. I don't remember any of the others. Oh, Espeon hits. Espeon does damage equal to the number of energies in play for your opponent. So like across all their mons. That sounds very annoying for a Moltres deck or like a, I don't know, Giratina deck. It seems like it might help punish energy acceleration to some degree. I don't think it sounds crazy good. Like, Tapu Lele is already right there, and not only does that also do damage based on energies, but it hits the thing that has the energies, which is the thing that you're obviously going to want to hit. And it attacks bench mons, which is objectively very powerful. So I don't know if Espeon is really going to be that much better than Tapu Lele, but I've been wrong before. And Lele's a good card, so you can always run them together. EX Eevee's pretty good. A lot of people are posting the Pseudo Widow plus red, which is pretty funny. That one shots the new Eevee before it could necessarily get a chance to evolve. I don't think Pseudo Widow is going to be a good card or anything, though. I'm not a Pseudo Widow believer. The Mons it gets the damage boost on, I'll have a ton of health. So it's nice being able to do 50 with 1 energy. But 50 with 1 energy is not even crazy, it's just pretty good. And it's especially good because of being able to kill basics. Which, you know, you won't be doing if it's an EX basic. It won't die. It's not like Pseudo Widow's basic attributes are horrible, though. It does get powered up by Lucario, and it is only 1 energy to attack, and it does have decent HP. You can slot it into fighting decks if you really want to. Jolteon, that was 40 damage for 1 energy, but then 60 damage for 1 energy on the turn it evolves. We've taken an electric card and given it a better early game presence. It's like shit, bro. There are so many good early game electric cards, and so few late game electric cards. I was playing a deck recently that ended up getting absolutely owned by Tapu Koko. I forget what it was, though. I tried to make a Crocodile deck just to see if it would work, and man, Crocodile is bad. The metagame is simply too fast for a Crocodile. On paper, it seems like a pretty good card. It's 3 energies to attack, 90 damage, and you flip 3 coins, that number of cards are shuffled from your opponent's hand back into their deck. That's a very obnoxious effect. The cards are picked at random. Garchomp Rampardos. It's still good. Which Gibble do you use? Are you a Dragon Gibble or a Fighting Gibble? Parry into dash in. Coward. I use Dragon Gibble too, actually. It's nice to not auto-lose to grass. especially with Kartana's floating around. Kartana is the enemy of fighting Gibble. It's not like that's a bad card. I was thinking that grass didn't feel very strong, and then I remembered Buzzwole decks are grass decks. In my head, they don't even have a type. They're just like Ultra Beast decks. It's funny that we somehow ended up with grass and dark as our like Ultra Beast types. Given that a lot of the stars are neither grass nor dark. Grass being one of the Ultra Beast decks, and Celesteal is not even a grass type. I haven't dropped any frames. So it could be you. It could be the footage. I haven't really been paying attention. I haven't seen any drops. Maybe a little bit. Nice. One of my friends recently, I was playing Pocket, and he looks at my screen. He's like, "You should make a." You should make an Espeon deck. And I was like, "Why Espeon?" And he was like, "Espeon's my favorite Pokemon." I was like, "That's fair." Anyway, I couldn't do it because Espeon wasn't out. And then just a few days later, they announced the EV pack. But it kind of made me realize, like, you know, Gen 2 has a lot of very beloved Pokemon that we haven't seen yet. I played a match recently on Pocket where I ran into a guy using the wrong Morlul, and it made me laugh. You know how there's a Morlul that attacks with Psychic and a Morlul that attacks with Grass, and then a Morlul that's a little weaker that attacks with Colorless? It was a guy with a Steel deck running Morlul, as you do, and he had the Grass Morlul. So he couldn't attack with it. The deck really isn't, it functionally isn't really any worse. You already don't put an energy onto Morlul if you can help it. And then that Morlul only does 10 damage anyway. That often loses hits, even if it can't get all the hits. Doesn't have much damage, so you rarely see Dudley players doing it. By that time, he had a lot of time to react to the fact that it wasn't going to hit properly, and he still did it. He wanted the hard knockdown, I suppose. I love this game. I've hit that parry many times in my day. It's so satisfying. It's a very, very easy parry, apart from the first one. Nice. Wait. Dizzy here? Yep. Only 3 hits? I thought you got 4 on Shotos. That is 0. Ken got thrown into the corner. I really thought he was just going to die right there. And he still had visible health. Nice. I wasn't really planning on sleeping before work today, but I'm tired enough that I could sleep. And the alternative is my shift ending after I've been awake for about 24 hours straight. So I think I really will try and catch a cat nap. Which means the stream is probably going to be pretty short. Super would have punished that Hadoken, I think. And it would have dizzied Ken, I think. I think Ken handed Necro the win there, and Necro didn't see it. But I'm not certain. Ken's fireball is pretty minus. And there's no pushback on fireballs in the corner. I think Necro's super would have been there in time. What a parry. Low risk, high reward. Good recognition. That was walk-in throw, by the way, by the Necro. I can't even be mad that was too nice. Maybe the end of this video. 30 more minutes, 36. That was also a walk-in throw. Sometimes you can do something in this game that's really good against a lot of all the common options, but loses to something that's not common at all. And maybe even overly risky, but good at catching those catch-alls. A really easy example of that is wake up, walk forward a few frames into forward throw. Normally just kind of asking yourself to eat a meaty. But it's good against those shimmies. Nice. Hit him on the ground. Brutal. Bro got parried and canceled to cross counter. He didn't win though. If it was EX cross counter, might have been enough. Now cross counter does damage based on what you parry. Pharaoh's Ken far strong. Whoa. As a jab or something, a throw. Nice. Hi. Leg kick looks so funny. That red parry for the optimal punish. Oh, he still died though. Looked like Necro might have gone for a walk and throw there. I think you do have to walk for just a little bit after a medium spin hook. It was such a nice punish. Oof. What a whiff punish. Medium kick link super. Dudley's got plus frames like crazy, which means he has super links like crazy. He can get them in a lot of weird spots. Whoa, two parries only, and Ken was ready. He had a hole other normal he could have pressed there. Nice. What a parry. That was a nice red. That was a sufficiently meaty universal overhead for Ken to link out of. But Ken didn't bite. It's hard to do that, honestly. The reaction, you get very little reaction time on a successful universal overhead to link super. I was tried to beat anti-air parry by the Ken. Dudley did empty jump throw. That was nice. That was nice too. Oh, no super confirm. Beautiful. And the forward dash. I think he wanted forward jump there. Could be wrong. Imagine hitting your Dudley SA3 parry and then dying that same round. It's a cruel world we live in. Ooh, that medium kick has a lot of active frames. Or not a lot of active frames, I don't know how many it has. It has a lot of duration, total frames. Very easy to jump over like that. Any interest in the new pocket set? They could print a set that's just, what's my least favorite Pokemon? They could print a set that's just that one and I would still be interested. What is my least favorite Pokemon? I'm sure there's a Pokemon that I just hate looking at it, but I can't think of what it would be. I like them all. I saw a picture of a Pokemon I haven't thought about in a long time, and I was like, damn, I forgot how cute this thing was. When I talk about the cutest Pokemon, I usually mention stuff like Poliwag or Ogerpon. But there's a Pokemon even cuter than them. It's Swadloon. Swadloon is the cutest Pokemon. It's not even close. Any dog Pokemon is auto top tier. Even Fido. What the fuck is this? I got a text message that says, water restored to pavilion. Cleanup in progress. ED remains on diversion. My workplace is having a, some kind of water main issue. Mudkip is pretty great. I've never seen any discussion on Fido and whatever its little one is called. I have seen discussion on Manectric. Most people don't like Manectric. I think it's missing a third evolution. I like it though. I'm a Manectric enjoyer. Nice. I'm a big Arcanine stan. Big Houndoom enjoyer. What are some other dogs? Is Mighty Hyena a dog? I guess not. I guess it's a hyena. At least one of the evolutions might be a dog. Maybe not. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Mabostiff is a dog. I don't love that one. I kind of like it. I like the Arven's Mabostiff. Looks like a punish. Yamper. What are our thoughts on Yamper? And Boltond. They're kind of cool. I just asked that. I decided no. It's like a wolf hyena. It looks more like a wolf than a hyena. And wolves are dogs. Stoutland, that's a dog right there. Snubble, that gets dog pass. It's more a dog than anything else anyway. Stoutland is a certified dog. That's like a X. That's if anything else is a dog, that Stoutland is like a double dog. Yeah, he's like dual type dog dog. We talked about Fido first. It's the one where I haven't even seen anyone discuss it. It's nothing to discuss. It's an early game fairy type. That's kind of cool. I need to do a let's play of Scarlet. Whoa, Ghost Dog. Yeah, yeah. Grieve Houndstone. Yes. Grieverd. That thing is cute. The ground Tatsu. Oh yeah, what about the sword dog and the shield dog? Those are dogs. They're pretty good. Zamazenta and Zacian. Meaty light kick. It's pretty funny looking. Zygarde can be a dog. I think there might be another legendary dog floating around out there somewhere. Whoa, got hit out of his midair. Oh, did I hit on the back? I hit on the front. I don't even know if that move can hit on the back. It looks so much like Necro's behind him. That dizzy bar. Necro's got to play very, very carefully. He's dead to EX Rekka. Now he's just dead to anything. Yeah. I don't think that would have chipped him out, but it would have set him up for a chip out. Whoa. Background us far strong super. It's a cool combo. Beautiful. If I hear this music and see the stage, I want to see Alex on the screen. Who's this Ken guy? Furfuro is a dog. Oh, you know what dog I like? I like Rockruff. No, that's a dog right there. Yeah, Zygarde dog form. You want Rockruff to have even more support? We got all three of its forms now. What more could they possibly do for the little guy? I think he's got 3 different basic cards. If they add fighting type energy acceleration, like in Rocky X is going to go crazy. That was really unsafe. Necro's punish wasn't even optimal. He could have done back medium kick, like medium hook super if he wanted to. Oof. Oof, oof. Makes himself up. $20. Smeagol's a dog. I think. Nice. Oh my god. Low parry, high parry. He was anticipating like low short EX Rekka or like low forward Rekka or something like that. And he got low short stand jab. It's funny. Hi. That's what they say. Pretty much got it down pat. Nice. That down tapping. Surprised he wasn't in parry lock. Nice. Oh, geez, red parry attempt. Yang's mix-up is quite pure, which makes going for parries against him kind of scary. I don't even really want to call it a mix-up per se. But he's also very safe, which makes going for parries against him pretty necessary. Because he doesn't really open himself up. His buttons are hard to counterpoke. Nice. Jump away, parry on the way up. You can do that every time you jump away, and there's no, technically speaking, no downside. He might OS it inside every single one. Funny to think about. Oh, I don't think he wanted to go through Ken there. Maybe he should have picked a lower version of the teleport. That ended up kind of killing him instantly. They made Fighting EX layer, but I couldn't tell you anything about it because I didn't really watch it at all. I'm gonna be real though, Gene on every character is pretty fun, even if it's very cancerous in most of its implementations. Alpha 3, A Groove, Street Fighter EX. Yeah, with SFEX2 is probably the most balanced it's ever been. Oro is a Gene character when you think about it. It's me. 'Tis I. Nice. Oro's 3 stones is Sayambu. Oro's 5 stones is Genei. Really, they're both Sayambu. The thing is, Oro's actual properties don't change almost at all when the stones are up. The stones are just doing their own thing while following him along. The only actual difference to Oro that I can think of is that his moves that air reset no longer air reset. I do. I'm built different. I use a macro. For games that don't have a macro, such as 30th Anniversary, I just press both buttons at the same time. I'm capable of doing that. I just use a macro if there's a macro. If there's not, then I don't. I usually EX with light and heavy, and I have heavy on a shoulder. Nice. Hi. Oh! Oh, the step kick failed to chase it down. Wouldn't have been a great punish anyway, honestly. Nice red. I needed the walk-in too. It's very important for the double DP. Unfortunately, he dropped it. Yes, Alex will be returning. I'm not really anticipating any of the new characters that much. I'm like happy to see them. I might try and see what Ingrid's all about. She's a wild card. They could do anything to her. I don't even know what they could do to Rufus's kit that would make me like it. You hate Rufus because of his face. I hate Rufus because of his moveset. We are not the same. That would be a good meme. I could probably post that on Twitter and get like 100 likes. I think the current version of Elena is the only time Elena has ever been well designed. I'm being dead ass. We're already not beating the Rufus Bob allegations. If we did a slim Rufus, it would just be theft. I think Rufus actually predates Bob. I hope they don't. I am somewhat forgiving of guest characters who are from other fighting games. Jim? Jim from the Tekken series? Jim Kazma. Oh, him. Ugh. I had a Dudley the other day hit me with ducking super instead of ducking uppercut into super after a low run house. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Where's your kick? You missed a spot. Oh, that looks really weird. He got the counter poking, got the cancel that lost hits. A random Darkstalker. The ninja from Red Earth. I don't remember his name. I think I had an H. I do not remember the Red Earth characters. There was the sorceress, Tessa or whatever. There was the guy with the lion head. There was the ninja, and there was one other. There were 4 characters in that game you could play as. Hanzo. I don't remember the other one. It's not Hanzo. Maybe it's still Hanzo. Kenji? Kenji sounds familiar. Could be him. My Ling? Even reading the name, I don't remember the character. I gotta Google her real quick. FNAF Mimic Game, no. Myling Red Earth. I forgot all about this character's existence. I haven't seen her in years. What, Ruin? Or is there another one? Red Earth has good character designs. She's got those fucking Lubu feathers coming out of her head there. I'm cultured, I know who Lubu is. For reasons that are unrelated to Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, I had no idea that game existed. Ugh, what a nasty character Dudley is. You guys see that? Okay. Only so nasty. EX Machine Gun Blow is privilege. I think Retsu has a real shot. Geki probably not. Who else was in Street Fighter 1? Lee? Probably not. But maybe. But probably not. Brady and Eagle both came back. Adon came back. Sagat came back. Joe never ever. Mike kind of came back. Yeah, I think the best shot is probably Retsu. And I don't think anyone really wants him. Retsu's like a crazy important character for Street Fighter lore. And then just appears a single time in the first Street Fighter title and then never again. Nice. Four more minutes. A lot of people want Eagle to come back. He could come back. He's cool. I remember being really mystified pre-SF5 era when a lot of people were asking for Birdie to come back. I was just like, this is a character I didn't think anyone had any strong feelings for. No offense to Birdie enjoyers. For the record, I like what they did with him. I kind of like what they did with him. I would have preferred a muscular Birdie to a fat one, but his kit was quite unique. I was confused with Mika as well. I was like, if they ever bring Mika back, you guys are going to hate her. I thought Karin coming back would be really cool, because she actually has a really good kit. They brought it back in a weird way, but it was still kind of cool. I think Karin would have been more liked if she was a late season character, and she was not as good. But the fact that she was like a release character who also was very strong, people got a little overexposed to her, the dominance of her normals. That sounds like a fun two-way tier list of like good gameplay versus cancerous gameplay, and good design versus cancerous design. Oro has a cancerous design and good gameplay. Necro has his design's kind of cool, and he's got good gameplay. Yeah, Necro was probably doing a meaty parry there, realistically. Ryu's design is peak. Ryu's gameplay is also peak. I think it's easy to kind of think of Ryu as a nothing design until you have to show a new player like how to play the game, and then it's like, damn, Ryu really is the best. I don't know if he's necessarily the best, but he's up there. Ryu's so simple. Nice. That was a 5-hit electricity, but probably because the second hit killed. Caused a knockdown, which it normally doesn't do. I too am a weirdo enjoyer. Here and there. I also like non-weird characters. I usually play characters for their gameplay. But I got a wide strike zone for the gameplay I like. Oops, all the videos are over. Unfortunate. I'm gonna go. I want to catch a nap before work and then also do some chatting with my friends.